Imagine a single drop of blood could reveal all your body's secrets, from cancer to diabetes, all in minutes. That was the revolutionary promise of Elizabeth Holmes, a woman once hailed as the next Steve Jobs. But what if this groundbreaking technology was all a lie? What if it was a house of cards built on ambition, deception, and a complete disregard for human life? This is the story of Theranos, a multi-billion-dollar Silicon Valley sensation that turned out to be one of the biggest frauds in modern history. How did one woman with her signature black turtleneck and deep voice fool some of the most powerful people in the world? And how did it all come crashing down? Let's uncover the dark truth. The story begins in 2003. A 19-year-old Stanford dropout named Elizabeth Holmes had a vision. Inspired by her own fear of needles, she wanted to create a device that could run hundreds of medical tests from just a tiny prick of blood from your fingertip. It was a brilliant, world-changing idea. She founded Theranos, a name combining therapy and diagnosis. Holmes was charismatic, driven, and incredibly convincing. She modeled herself after her idol Steve Jobs, adopting his signature black turtleneck as her uniform. She spoke with a strangely deep, commanding voice, projecting an aura of genius and unwavering confidence. The media fell in love with her. She was the youngest self-made female billionaire gracing the covers of Forbes and Fortune. She was presented as a visionary, a prodigy who was about to disrupt the entire healthcare industry. With her powerful narrative of a young woman breaking barriers in a male-dominated world, Holmes built a myth around herself, and the world bought it, hook, line, and sinker. But behind the scenes, the story was very different. As Theranos grew, Holmes brought in a business partner and secret romantic partner, Ramesh Sunny Balwani. Sunny was much older, with a background in software, but no experience in medical technology. Together, they ran Theranos with an iron fist, fostering a culture of extreme secrecy, intimidation, and paranoia. They compartmentalized departments so no one could see the full picture. Employees who questioned the technology or raised concerns were often threatened with lawsuits or fired on the spot. And the biggest secret of all? The technology didn't work. The small, sleek Edison machines that were supposed to be the heart of the revolution consistently failed to produce accurate results. But that didn't stop them. Instead of admitting failure, Holmes and Balwani decided to lie. They secretly used commercially available third-party machines from companies like Siemens to run the blood tests they claimed their own technology was performing. They faked demonstrations for investors and potential partners, using pre-recorded results or sleight-of-hand tricks to create the illusion of a functioning device. The entire operation was a carefully constructed sham, designed to keep the money flowing and the dream alive, no matter the cost. The hype was unbelievable, and with it came the money. Holmes's powerful board of directors included former secretaries of state like Henry Kissinger and George Shultz, which gave Theranos an incredible air of legitimacy. They raised over $700 million from high-profile investors, including the Walton family of Walmart and media mogul Rupert Murdoch, valuing the company at a staggering $9 billion. But this wasn't just about money, it was about people's lives. Theranos struck a major deal with Walgreens to put their wellness centers in stores across America. Real patients, trusting the cutting-edge technology they'd heard so much about, started using Theranos for their blood tests. But the results they received were often dangerously inaccurate. People were getting false positives for serious illnesses, leading to immense stress and unnecessary further testing. Even worse, some were getting false negatives, being told they were healthy when they were actually sick, potentially delaying critical treatment. The lie had escaped the lab and was now putting the public in real danger. The promise of a healthcare revolution had become a healthcare nightmare, and patients were the ones paying the price. The beginning of the end came in 2015. A brave investigative journalist from the Wall Street Journal, John Carrere, started digging into Theranos after receiving a tip from a skeptical medical expert. Despite immense pressure and threats from Theranos' powerful legal team, Carrere pieced together the truth with the help of courageous whistleblowers, former employees, who were willing to risk their careers to expose the fraud. His explosive articles revealed that Theranos was a sham. He detailed how the company was faking its technology and deceiving investors, partners, and the public. The expose was a bombshell that shattered the company's image. Federal regulators from the SEC and CMS swooped in. Investigations were launched, and the web of lies began to unravel completely. The company that was once valued at $9 billion became worthless almost overnight. In 2018, Theranos was officially dissolved. The dream was dead. Elizabeth Holmes and Sunny Balwani were indicted on federal charges of fraud. After a lengthy and highly publicized trial, both were found guilty. Holmes was sentenced to over 11 years in federal prison and Balwani to nearly 13 years. The tech messiah had fallen, and her corporate empire was reduced to rubble. So, what can we learn from the Theranos saga? It's a stark reminder of the dangers of fake-it-till-you-make-it culture, especially in a field like healthcare where lives are on the line. It shows how a compelling story and charisma can sometimes overshadow a complete lack of substance, and how even the smartest people can be fooled by the fear of missing out. But it's also a story of courage. It highlights the incredible importance of whistleblowers and investigative journalism in holding power accountable. The Theranos story isn't just a business case study. It's a cautionary tale for our times about ambition, deception, and the catastrophic consequences of a lie that grew too big to fail. It reminds us to always ask the tough questions and to look beyond the hype. Thanks so much for watching. What part of the Theranos story shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this story fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into incredible true stories. See you in the next video.